What happens when a chance encounter changes two lives forever? This story of unlikely love will leave you in tears. If you're enjoying this emotional journey, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more heartwarming stories that remind us how life can change in an instant. Miguel wiped the sweat from his brow as he pushed his cleaning cart down the hotel's plush corridor. The midnight shift was almost over, and his feet ached from the 12 hours of work. 2 jobs, endless exhaustion, but he'd do anything for Sofia, his 8-year-old daughter waiting at home with the neighbor. 3 years since Carmen's death, and he still struggled to keep their heads above water. The text message from Mrs. Gonzalez made his heart sink. Sofia's fever is back. Gave her medicine. She's asking for you. Another night of illness, another day of missed school tomorrow, another medical bill he couldn't afford. As he approached the executive suite at the end of the hall, he heard glass shattering. Hotel policy required immediate investigation of any disturbance. Miguel knocked gently. Housekeeping. Is everything all right? When no one answered, he used his master key to open the door, finding a woman in an expensive business suit sitting on the floor amid broken glass, an empty bottle of whiskey beside her. I don't need cleaning, she slurred, mascara streaking down her face. I need a time machine. Her name was Alexandra Chen, though Miguel wouldn't learn this until later. All he knew was that something in her eyes, the same hollow emptiness he'd seen in his own reflection after Carmen died, made him pause instead of backing away. Sometimes, he said quietly, kneeling to pick up the glass shards, we just need someone to listen. She laughed bitterly. You want to hear how I just lost $100 million acquisition because the board thinks a woman can't handle the pressure? How my father called to say, I told you so. Or maybe how my fiancé left me last month because I'd prioritize work over relationships? Miguel continued cleaning silently, letting her vent. When he finished, he brought her water and was about to leave when she grabbed his wrist. What's your name? She asked. Miguel. Well, Miguel, you're the first person who's actually listened to me in months. What happened next was unexpected for both of them. A connection formed between 2 broken souls, one drowning in success but starving for meaning, the other rich in love but struggling to survive. They talked until sunrise, Alexandra sobering with each hour, Miguel sharing stories of Sofia and the life he'd built despite everything. When morning came, Miguel left with her business card and a generous tip. He never expected to see her again. 3 days later, Sofia's fever turned into pneumonia. The hospital bills mounted as Miguel sat beside her bed, praying and working remotely on his laptop during the few hours she slept. He'd already maxed out his credit cards and borrowed from everyone he knew. In desperation, he found Alexandra's card. He hated asking for help, but Sofia's health came first. With trembling fingers, he dialed her number, prepared to beg if necessary. The call went to voicemail. Of course it did. Why would someone like her remember someone like him? But the next morning, as he dozed in the uncomfortable hospital chair, a commotion in the hallway woke him. Alexandra Chen strode into the room, followed by a team of doctors. I've arranged for the best pediatric specialist in the city, she said, her voice all business but her eyes soft with concern. And I've taken care of the bills. Miguel stood, pride and gratitude warring within him. I can't accept. You can and you will, she interrupted. Consider it repayment for being the only person who saw me as human that night. Over the next week, as Sofia recovered, Alexandra visited daily, bringing books and toys. Miguel learned she was the CEO of Chen Innovations, a technology company valued at billions. She learned about his dreams of finishing his engineering degree, abandoned when Carmen got sick. Why are you helping us? He finally asked one evening as they shared coffee in the hospital cafeteria. Alexandra stared into her cup. That night in the hotel, I was at my lowest point. The board had questioned my leadership, and I was ready to resign. But you treated me with dignity when I was at my worst. You reminded me what matters. When Sophia was discharged, Miguel expected Alexandra to disappear from their lives. Instead, she offered him a job in her company's maintenance department, better hours, better pay, and benefits that covered Sophia's medical needs. Pride made him hesitate. I don't want charity. It's not charity, she insisted. I've seen how you solve problems. How you manage to keep going despite everything. My company needs people like you. 6 months later, Miguel had not only excelled in his position but had enrolled in night classes to finish his degree. Alexandra had become a regular visitor at their small apartment, bringing takeout and helping Sophia with homework. The board that had once questioned Alexandra's leadership now praised her innovative approach to company culture and community investment. The program she started, hiring single parents and providing education benefits, had improved company morale and productivity. What began as friendship slowly blossomed into something deeper. Neither rushed, both carried too many scars to dive headlong into romance. But the night Miguel graduated with his engineering degree, Alexandra was there cheering alongside Sophia. I have something for you, she said afterward, handing him an envelope. Inside was a job offer, for an engineering position in her company's R&D department. This isn't because of us, she clarified. Your professors recommended you. You earned this. A year after their first meeting, Miguel's innovative design for affordable medical equipment earned Chen Innovations a humanitarian award. Standing beside Alexandra at the ceremony, he could hardly believe how life had changed. Remember when you said you needed a time machine? He whispered as they posed for photos. She squeezed his hand. I don't need one anymore. That night, as they walked along the riverfront, Alexandra stopped suddenly. I've been thinking about Sophia's school situation. Miguel tensed. Despite his improved circumstances, the private school Alexandra had recommended remained beyond reach. There's a house for sale in the school district, she continued. 3 bedrooms, a yard. I thought maybe we could look at it together. He stared at her. Are you asking what I think you're asking? I'm asking if you and Sophia might consider sharing your lives with me, she said, suddenly vulnerable. Not because either of us need saving anymore, but because I love you both. The wedding was small, just Sophia as flower girl, Alexandra's assistant as maid of honor, and Miguel's cousin as best man. No corporate sponsors, no press. Just 2 people who found each other when they least expected it. 5 years later, Chen Innovations launched its most successful product yet, affordable medical monitoring devices for children with chronic conditions, inspired by Sophia's experience and designed by Miguel's team. The company's foundation provided them free to families in need. Alexandra, once known for her cutthroat business tactics, became recognized for her humanitarian efforts. Miguel, once struggling to make ends meet, now led the company's community outreach division while continuing to innovate. And Sophia, now a teenager with dreams of becoming a doctor, had 2 parents who showed her daily that life's greatest challenges often lead to its greatest blessings. Do you ever regret it? Miguel asked Alexandra one night as they watched Sophia studying at the kitchen table. Trading your old life for this? Alexandra smiled, thinking of the broken woman on the hotel floor all those years ago. I didn't trade down, she said. I traded up. Success means nothing without someone to share it with. Sometimes the universe brings together 2 souls at exactly the right moment, not when they're at their best, but when they need each other most. A chance encounter, an act of kindness, a moment of vulnerability, these small things can change the course of lives forever. For Miguel and Alexandra, it wasn't about a poor man finding a rich savior or a powerful woman rescuing a struggling family. It was about 2 people recognizing in each other the missing pieces of themselves and building something stronger together than either could alone. Their story reminds us that true connection transcends circumstance, that compassion creates ripples we can never fully measure, and that sometimes, the most unlikely beginnings lead to the most beautiful endings. If this story touched your heart, Please remember to like and subscribe for more content that celebrates the unexpected ways love finds us all. Sometimes, the most extraordinary stories are happening in ordinary lives all around us. We just need to take the time to listen.